Good morning. For the past several days, I've been in the mountains of North Georgia working on some stuff with my cousin. Talked to a lot of people that I haven't seen in a long time, people I've known since I was a kid. Lots of people were talking about, bragging about what they were going to do depending on which way this election went. Some of them were bragging. Some of them were almost threatening to do things if the election went one way or the other. How have you felt the last couple of days? The election was on Tuesday. How did you feel yesterday? You know, Tuesday night, I went to bed early because we'd been walking up and down the mountains all day, and took a shower and went to bed about 8:30. No, and this was Eastern time. And there were no election results in, really, even though they were making predictions on TV. And I said, I'm not going to listen to these people. I went to bed. Figured I'd find out the next morning. But I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, and I really couldn't wait. So I took my phone out, went on my phone, and saw where the election was. You know, we really, if we have a candidate, he's been in the lead sometime in the last 48 hours. You know, Biden was supposed to have a sweep, and then Trump makes a surge, and then Biden, early results look like Biden's got it. Then at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, it looks like Trump's got a good way to go to win, and then you wake up, and then the next morning it's Biden, and Biden's been closing the gap. And some people came out and said that Biden should declare victory, and then people are saying Trump's going to. How do you know? You're up and down on this roller coaster. How does that affect your life? What's going to happen if your candidate does not win? And I want to read something from Philippians chapter 4 in verse 12. Apostle Paul says, I know what it is to be in need, and I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in whatever situation, whether fed or hungry, whether living in plenty or in want, and I can do everything through him who gives me strength. Paul says he learned the secret of being content in every situation. Now, granted, the examples that he states here are pretty much financial and maybe physical, but consider the political situation that Paul was spreading the gospel in. Think about how many times he was arrested and thrown in jail. And yet he says no matter what the situation, he learned to be content. No matter which way this election goes, 50% of the United States is going to be happy, and the other 50% is going to be depressed or upset. But that's not where our treasure is. This world is not our home. Our treasures are laid up above. And that's what we need to live for. Be safe. Stay well out there.